Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's practice is a 15-minute standing yoga practice that you don't need a yoga mat for. Find a space to do this just about anywhere, in between traveling, while you're at an airport, or while you're hiking if you need a quick stretch along the way. If you are a returning visitor, you know that I love my matless yoga practices. I have about 2 other ones in my channel. You can go and take a look. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoy these matless yoga practices just as much as I do. I hope you enjoy it. Hey everyone, let's start this practice by finding a stable, even ground, especially if you're outdoors, to come into our mountain pose, Tadasana. So with feet hips-width distance apart, stand up nice and tall, reaching up through the crown of your head. You can let your shoulders fall away from your ears, shine up through your heart space, chin to chest. Begin to set the intention to center yourself here, so not thinking about what's going on later on today or what happened before, just bringing your attention and focus to the present moment. Lengthening your inhales, bringing them all the way into your belly. Releasing your hands at your sides, palms facing forward as you exhale, relaxing your shoulders down, any tension from your jaw, release the space between your eyebrows, and just breathe. Taking a moment to set your own personal intention for this practice, the first thing that comes to your mind. Rooting down through both feet, bend your knees, sweep your arms out and up, reach them nice and high towards the sky, and exhale them into cactus arms, palms facing forward. Inhale them right back up, and exhale, hinge from your hips with a long spine into a forward fold. Breathing here. You can maybe look up and down, left and right to just deepen this stretch. Hands to your shins to inhale, reach your head forward into a half lift before exhaling, leading with your heart back into Uttanasana. And then on your next breath, grounding down through both feet to rise back up, arms sweep up. On your inhale, exhale back into those cactus arms. Inhale, reach your hands back up to again hinge from your hips, falling back into your fold. Maybe hooking onto opposite elbows, rocking side to side here. As you inhale, come into your half lift. Exhale with a long spine back into your fold, maybe grabbing onto opposite elbows, swaying side to side, moving along with that steady breath flow. On your next in-breath, rising back up, arms stretching up, lifting up and out of your waist. Exhale, cactus arms. Reach your hands back up, standing nice and tall before hinging down. And again, just deepening the stretch however you'd like, maybe interlacing your fingers at the nape of your neck. Moving side to side, your knees can be as bent as you'd like. Inhale to rise back up. Exhale, cactus arms, tuck in your tailbone, shine your heart forward. Inhale your arms back up, stretch up, send energy up, and then exhale, hands to your heart center, chin to chest. And then just mirroring you here with your right hand on your hip, left hand can reach up, stretch over to your right. Exhale your left hand down, right hand can reach up, stretch over to your left. And then just one breath, one movement, doing these standing side stretches. Inhaling to reach up and find length. Exhale to release down and stretch over to the opposite side. On your own breath. Like a moving meditation. And I'm mirroring you here, so turning to your right to get into Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana. Right foot can step forward, left foot can step back. You want to make sure your front heel is aligned with the back arch of your foot. Your arms are stretched up nice and strong, but your shoulders can stay relaxed down. And when I say strong arms, I mean all the way active, all the way up through your fingertips. So keeping them nice and stretched out, but pinkies facing inward so your forearms are pivoting in a bit. And your gaze is forward. Staying active through that core, keeping it strong. One more breath here before extending your arms out to a T, facing the long side of your mat. and then gazing over your front fingertips into Virabhadrasana 2. You can check back to make sure your arms are aligned. You want to keep that knee bending towards the pinky toe side of your foot. You'd feel a nice stretch in your thigh once you do make that adjustment. And again, keeping the core strong. And so this standing asana really requires total body integration here. So you want to stay active throughout your entire body. Inhale, lean into that right hand to sweep it up. Left hand can hang down to reverse your warrior. You can bend deeper into that front knee to feel a nice side stretch, expanding through your heart space. Pivot your right foot in so it is aligned like your left foot. And squat down into goddess pose, palms meeting at the top. Exhale to come back to standing, hands to heart. Arms out to a T. Inhale, come back down into goddess, palms meeting at the top. Exhale, hands down. And then doing that one more time, bringing your arms out to a T. Inhale, squatting down. And then coming into full goddess pose, bringing your arms out into cactus arms, palms facing forward, maybe coming onto your toes. This posture helps you connect to your energetic center that is just beneath and behind your navel. Breathe through it before coming back to standing with your hands at your heart. Inhale, shine your heart up with a long spine. Exhale into a wide-legged forward fold. Finding a twist here with your right hand center, left hand on your right ankle. More twisting from your upper spine. And then switching sides, left hand center, right hand on your left ankle. Gazing towards your left as you breathe and twist here. And then inhale, come into a half lift, but shine your heart forward. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. One breath, one movement, like a cat-cow variation here. On every inhale, bringing your heart forward, looking up. On every exhale, chin to chest, rounding your spine. Staying grounded through your feet and your fingertips to help you stay supported. And just doing it for one more round of breath, moving on your own breath here. Inhale to expand through your heart space, stretch up. Exhale to pull in, tuck in. One more inhale to expand up into your cow variation before walking your hands over to your right leg and folding over that right leg. Keeping a nice length in your spine and focusing on keeping both hips squared to the long side of what would be your yoga mat. So just keeping them squared forward, making sure one hip is not moving further in front of the other. Allowing yourself a few moments of surrender here by just breathing and releasing down and just enjoying the sensation of the stretch in your hamstrings, your calves. Let your next inhale lead you back up to walk your hands center, and then shift your hips over onto your left side to come into a side lunge. Right arm can reach up to find length, and then exhale to find a stretch over to your left side. Opening up through the right side of your body there, expanding your breathing space. Bringing your hand back down so we can find pyramid pose on our left side by walking our hands to the outsides of our left foot. Keeping that long spine, again, not rounding your spine too much here, more prioritizing leading with your chest rather than reaching your forehead to your leg. We're going to find Virabhadrasana 3 from here. So rooting down nice and firm through that left foot. Float your right leg up behind you once you feel nice and stabilized. Hands to heart center. Now it is important to keep a steady breath here. We're going to slowly float our right ankle on top of our left thigh for half lotus tree pose. So sitting into that half lotus while extending your hands up, palms meeting at the top. Keeping your tailbone tucked in. Gaze forward at an unmoving point, and again, steady breath to slowly come back up and step your right foot out into a wide-legged stance. It is so normal to fall out of that posture. If you did, no worries, shake it off. I highly encourage you to practice it. It is a great confidence builder. And to repeat that mini sequence on our left side, pivot your left foot so the left heel is aligned with the arch of your right foot, arms stretched up nice and strong into Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana. Forearms spinning inward so your pinkies are forward. Nice strong core here. Keeping your knees stacked right above your ankle, so try not to move it past your ankle. Inhale, stretch your arms up nice and high before exhaling your arms to a T into Warrior Two. And in any of our warrior postures, we want to keep total body activation here, including your belly. Keep it nice and strong to help you with your balance, and always to just protect your lower spine. And finding a reverse warrior, you're going to inhale, lean forward into that left hand, flip your palm, sweep your hand up, gazing up toward it, bending into that front knee, feeling that expansion in your left side before coming back into your Warrior Two, and then pivoting that left foot in so you're into that wide-legged stance so that both feet are aligned. We're going to find our goddess poses here. So coming into that standing squat as you bring your palms to meet at the top and then to your heart center. Exhale to stand back up, arms to a T. Again, inhale into goddess pose. Exhale to stand. And then just on your own breath, doing that 1 to 2 more times. Inhaling to sit deep into your goddess pose. Exhale to stand. One breath, one movement. Your arms stretching up as you come into your goddess pose and into your heart center. And then exhale out to a T. And now stretching your arms out to a T to come into that goddess pose one more time. Palms meeting at the top, but this time exhale, cactus arms. Maybe coming onto your toes. Breathing through it and bringing your focus to that energetic center just behind, below your navel. Feeling it activate to help you balance here. And inhaling up for just a breath, we're going to come back into that standing squat, but lean our left shoulder forward and twist and gaze over our right shoulder. Keeping our hands on our thighs, coming back to center, right shoulder leaning forward as we twist and gaze over our left shoulder. And then inhaling back to center, come back to standing in that wide-legged stance. Sweep your arms out and up, stretch up, lift up and out of your waist with a long spine, hinge into that wide-legged forward fold. Releasing into the stretch to really breathe into any spaces behind your leg. From here, we're going to go into a few of those cat-cow variations. Inhaling your heart forward, stretching and looking up. Exhaling, rounding your spine, bringing your chin to your chest. One breath, one movement, just doing a few on your own breath. Keeping your hands grounded, front and center. And each time you come into your cat variation, coming onto your fingertips to really round through your spine, grounding down through your feet. Let your next inhale rise you up and walk over to your left leg to fold over it. Allowing yourself to surrender and release down and breathe into the stretch, letting your breaths open up your hamstrings and your calf on your left leg. Maybe hugging onto your left leg if that flexibility is in your practice at this time. If you feel you can't get comfortable and breathe deep where you are in this posture, maybe just backing yourself up a little bit off of it. Allowing yourself grace and always knowing you can go deeper next time. Inhale up, walk your hands to center to sit your hips into your right side to do a side lunge. Left arm can first reach up to find length and then stretch over to your right, feeling that nice expansion on the left side of your body. Breathing through it and just actively keeping your left shoulder nice and back as you stretch your left hand over. One more round of breath here, equal exhale. Before you bring your hand down, bringing both hands to the outsides of your right foot to lean over your right leg into pyramid pose. And then we're going to head back into that confidence builder here. finding our way in Warrior 3 by staying nice and rooted through that left foot. Bring your hands to your heart center, and once you feel nice and stabilized, float your right leg up and back behind you. A steady breath and strong core will help you with your balance here. And when you are ready, staying rooted through that left foot, slowly float your right leg to bring your right ankle over your left thigh. Coming into a half lotus tree pose by sitting into this posture, tailbone tucked in, arms stretched up, palms meeting at the top, and keeping your gaze forward, belly strong. Breathe through it. You can do it. Keeping your focus anchored onto your breath, slowly with control, bring your left foot out, come back to that wide-legged stance, and then heel-toeing your feet in a few steps so that you can sit into a yogi squat, malasana. Your heels can be lifted if that's less intense for you here. You can rock side to side here with your breath, just to deepen this stretch. And then bringing your hips up nice and high to move into a forward fold. Heel-toe your feet in until they are hips-width distance apart. You can measure that with 2 fists in between your feet. On your next in-breath, ground down through your feet, bend your knees, slowly rise up. Slowly up each vertebrae, arms sweeping up to stretch up. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Samastitihi. And then bringing both hands to your lower back, elbows hugging in behind you, fingertips pointed down. Inhale to shine your heart forward, look up, chin towards the sky. Affirming here 3 powerful mantras here beginning in I am, from any words that are pouring from your heart. I am sovereign. I am love. I am completely free. Hands to your heart center, closing your eyes and just allowing those mantras to settle with you, to permeate throughout your entire being, quieting your mind, quieting your body and your breath. And just knowing that this samastitihi, or your mountain pose, will always be here for you throughout your day whenever you need a moment of peace, whenever you need to remind yourself of your mantras. Anytime you need that sacred pause. So much light and love to you. Namaste. I am so happy you took some time out your day to join me. If you want to be notified for future practices, subscribe.